James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Atlanta takes the field. Now Ryan on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Ryan. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And the Falcons.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And right side, they're going to go option here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Levante David. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by perhaps the best ever at 43 years of age now. It's the great Tom Brady.
I'm sure a lot of past teammates for Tom Brady in New England get tired of hearing the phrase, what would Tom Brady do if he's surrounded by weapons? But that's exactly what he's got in Tampa Bay. He's got big-time receivers on the perimeter. You add in Rob Gronkowski at tight end. This may be the best-looking offense that he's ever played with. And now the question is, how quickly will he mesh with those new teammates and take command of his new offense?
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week: 15 carries, 53 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game, because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
Man open left side is Brown. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where
and down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not...
And he lost the football.
A running play. Fumbled on the play. Recovered by...
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Atlanta.
Ryan. And Conley's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
And inches at the Bucs' 43-yard line.
Here's Ryan to throw. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. He stiff arms him. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
The 29-yard line.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. That throw by Brady, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead.
Buccaneers 3, Falcons 0.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they looked like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 31, Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Cox. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On first down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season, but you read the local paper this morning. There was no talk of that mark. They interviewed him, and he wasn't talking about 1,000 yards. The old cliche focused on this game. If he has a big one, might be able to get the win and the 1,000 yards.
Seems like he just wants to let it come to him, right, as opposed to trying to force it. That's probably...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Levante David coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Brown. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Back now comes Tampa Bay. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This is Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Brady's pass.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Brady now on 1st down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And 5 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a play fake. Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing now is Brady. And that will be incomplete.
Brady's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's 4th
Putting
down.
pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Ryan Succop for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
For 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again, and it's 3rd down. They run with Patterson, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here we go again with Tom Brady and Tampa's offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Not much there, only a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
That's a gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Falcons ready to take over. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Saints who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that one all tied. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Again, it's Jones. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Throwing on first down is Brady. That's caught by Howard. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the Falcons.
Now Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Chris Godwin. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 22. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Succop's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
The score, Buccaneers 13, Falcons nothing.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Ryan. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Falcons.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And 5.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Past the 20. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Buccaneers.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Pettis now on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Buccaneers.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point try now for Sacco. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Pettis now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Pettis on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble. And you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Ryan. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis.
Complete.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
Ryan on the keeper. Fumble on the play. Recovered by...
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. After the penalty, it's Jones. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40.
Now they'll throw with Brady, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Jones. Dante Fowler in on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, now Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Pettis now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst.
Ryan's pass.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Complete to number 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
Ryan's pass.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, Ryan.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. Ryan will throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 31.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South, but as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them, because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Buccaneers, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.